It's Dawn here with Dee Dee Creeds Crafts. Look how cute. This is the easel card I was telling you about, a fun fold, and it folds up flat. Let me see how I can do it. There we go. Folds up flat to fit in an envelope. What? So I'm going to show you how to make this, and then the recipient can stand it up and it'll stay up so easy. So I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this. Make it with me. We're celebrating World Card Making Day today. Easel card is your next video class. You ready? I'm gonna put you down so we can start crafting. Da, da, da. Oh, I have you. Hold on, I gotta flip you around. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold on. There I go. Flip. Now you saw my instructions. You saw I'm in an unfinished basement, and it just goes to prove you can craft anywhere. I'm hoping that's centered for you. So these are all my goodies. That's how I organize. I just put everything in an envelope. All right, so this card again, you are gonna get a piece of paper, your 11 by 8.5. We're gonna cut it at 4 1/4. Then, I've already done this, you guys, and then score it at 5 1/2 and 2 3/4. And this is gonna be what I'm gonna call the base. And this is what's gonna form the part that forms the triangle and holds up our whole easel card. So then we've got a couple, let's do the similar colors first as far as cutting. So the base is 11 by 4 1/4. Score 2 3/4 by 5 1/2. Same color, whatever you've chosen for your base. I want you to cut a 5 1/2 by 4. Now this, we're gonna adhere down just halfway. You can see my little measurement so I don't get lost. Halfway, and this part will stick up because when we fold it closed, it'll be a beautiful open card, but this part is really sticking up beyond our little triangle easel. That's your second color, which is same color, second piece, 4 by 5 1/2. Now your third little guy is gonna be 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. And your last one of the same color is 2 1/4. That doesn't look like 1. That does not look like 1 inch. Hold on. It is. Oh my stars. 2 1/4 by 1 inch. I didn't even believe myself. Can you believe it? So those are your first cuts of all the same base color, whatever you've chosen for yourself. I'm gonna stop there a minute so you can see them. And I'll put all the measurements in the comment section after 4 o'clock for this particular one, okay? Now with some print paper, we are going to make 3 cuts. So this is actually gonna be step 3 as far as your cutting goes. We cut the base, we cut the pieces for the same color, and step 3, we're gonna cut some decorative print paper. So 2 of these, look at that, they're the exact same size, and they're actually gonna decorate the front and inside of our card. So these 2 pieces of print paper is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Then you're gonna have a cute little decorative guy that's 2 by 3. That's it. So those are your 3 pieces with your decorative. Step 4, we're gonna cut some white. The most difficult thing we're gonna do all day with this card is the cutting. That's the most difficult thing we're gonna do. So if you know that and you have the measurements and you're cutting one color print paper, white color, and go step by step, this is gonna be an easy card for you. This piece of white is gonna be tucked onto the inside. It's 3 1/2 by 5. 3 1/2 by 5 for the inside of our card. And then our little guy, he's gonna be popped up. He's gonna have a sentiment. This is gonna be 3/4 by 2 inches. I did cut it at an angle, and I'll show you how I did that, but 2 by 3/4, that's your white. And then for decorations for the front, you can either cut a label like I did. You can cut a circle. You can cut a perfect square of, let me see how this is, of about, let's say 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, but eyeball it however big you want it. And then I fussy cut some flowers to decorate the whole thing with. Fun! So let's put decorating aside. Let's bring in what we really want to work with. So this decorative piece, I'm going to just lay some out now that we've got our cutting for the most part. This is going to be what I call the outside of our card. This is the one that's going to position to create our easel. The same size print is going to go on the inside of your card. Then we're going to decorate it and add a layer of the white. Then I'm going to assemble it and then I'll assemble it. I want you to see everything. This part's going to get popped up, but it's the short little yellow with the print. And then this will get popped up, little border mat, if you will, with the sentiment. So this is what the inside's going to look like. This is what our outside's going to look up. And this little piece elevated is what's going to stop the easel from closing on itself. So let's get started. What I wanted to do with this is, I am going to go this way. I'm going to go this way, and you don't have to, just because I thought it was cute. But I'm going to add a ribbon. You can add twine. And I am in search of glue dots. There they are. They were hiding from me. So I'm going to turn this piece over. Now, if this is your first video you're joining me for, this is like my 4th video. I've been celebrating Card Making Day today, World Card Making Day, by doing a video every hour on the hour, starting this morning at 11:30 and Eastern time. Flip it over because I want to eyeball about where to put my next glue dot. There I go. Well, I got a glue dot on my fingernail, but hey, what are we going to do? No, I seriously do. I'm going to see if I can get it off with my little adhesive eraser. You can't see it, but I have to get it off. It's going to stick to everything. What? So now that I've got that down, I can adhere it flat onto this yellow that's going to be the decorative, not decorative, but a matte layer to attach to the front of our card. Whoops. That would have changed, not much, but just the location of what I want, where I want. So this is the piece that's going to go on the outside. So let's do that one last, if you will. I'd like to decorate the inside of our card. Yeah, that's just going to add a little something, something. So this one, we're just going to adhere flat on the inside of the card. So by inside, if we closed it, that would be the fold that's the 5.5. So ignore for now the, let me look, 2 3/4 fold. So pretend we open it up and that's a regular card and this is the inside. You're going to adhere your decorative piece down, leaving just little bitty bits of border of the base solid color. So that's how you're going to adhere it down and where you're going to adhere it down. Pretty. Now the white part is where you're going to handwrite your sentiment, happy birthday, love grandma and grandpa. That's what this is for. So again, eyeball it, place it so it's got some of the decorative showing through on the outside, because again, it's going to look like that. So let's adhere these little baby pieces together. Let me save that because I want to stamp the sentiment. So this decorative piece gets adhered down to the yellow. It's going to be the inside. It's going to be beautiful, but this is where we have to pop it up with our dimensionals, because this is the piece that's going to hold up the easel part of our card. So this is kind of like the magic. This is where all the magic happens. If you're just joining me, we are celebrating World Card Making Day today. I am Dawn with Dee Dee Creates Crafts. this is video 4 of 5. I mean, look how stinking cute that is. So this is gonna prop it up that way. And the secret to success is just, you're gonna really burnish your folds down. Now what we can do, that's a scrappy, getting scrappy. Now we can adhere the pretty part just halfway. So a secret to success would be to only put your adhesive on this fold part, the inside of the fold part, because if you put it on this piece, you may go over. And a little tip is to help you remember, always put your adhesive on the smallest part, the smallest piece of paper. So in this case, it's this piece versus this piece. So if we put a good adhesive here, and guess what I'm gonna do? You guessed it. I'm gonna use some tear and tape. It is nice and strong. And again, when you are doing cards with some elements, and the element is the pleasant surprise of the card, you want to make sure, like we did with the pop-up cards, that your cards are not going to fall apart. You know what I'm going to do? Let me pull that up, and then I'm going to add some more. Now see how mine's overlapping a bit? I can fix that by, once I take the cellophane off, I just fold it in on top of itself. It's all sticky, it's all good. I do, for my comfort zone, want to put a little more adhesive just on the sides. And because I took the sticky off, if it overlaps the other guys, the other two sides, that's okay. It's not okay when your finger sticks. What? You can see with our assembly, was I right or was I right with the hardest part of this card is just cutting all the pieces. And that's why I felt like if you cut the same colors at the same time, like do your base color, then do your print color, then do your white color, I feel like it's going to be less intimidating, and I feel like it's going to be simpler for you. All right, I'm just being careful to line it up and flip it over. I think I am. Just to make sure I've got my adhesive, I am gonna press it. So look, now that it's sticking out on top, that's the easel part on the back. This is the back of your card. It will fold flat like this, but let me set up our easel before we even decorate it. Look, before we even decorate the front, let me turn the side. It stands up by itself because this guy is holding it in place. This is gonna be so appreciated and loved by your recipient. So there's that. I want you to see how it holds. There's that. And then it will fold closed like this and fit into a regular A2 envelope. So now I'm gonna pop this up to the, let me sure I'm going in the right direction. My, oh, you know what I didn't do, you guys? Hold that horse. I just looked up. I want to do our sentiment, and I'm going to pop this up also. I thought it'd be so cute. Hold on. Goodness knows it's going to be easier to line up my paper than it is to line up my stamp, I believe. I almost lobbed off too much when I was getting my little sassy angles in there. So let me do this. Barely hold it in place. What? All right, what? Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the outside, another sentiment. All right, yep, I'm gonna use black. I had to look and decide what color ink. But you know how the black ink just makes everything ba-bum, just pop, pop, pop. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Pretty. Isn't it sweets? Okay, so I'm gonna put that there. And now I wanna come back and go ahead and let's stamp the decorative. In my case, it's a label. In your case, it may be a circle. It may be a shape. We just don't know. And I think, let me see if I want that centered. I might just do it on an angle to give it a little sass. And I just want to line up my flowers just to see where I'm going to add the sass. And I've decided I don't like it on an angle. So I'm going to put it a little more towards the right, but centered. And you can do this with a regular block, decide where you want, just kind of eyeball where you want your decorations to go. And for me, it's the fussy cut flowers. Oh, stinking cute. I'm happy. I'm a happy stamper. So this one, come here, big bad boy. We're gonna adhere him down onto the yellow. And I see some sticking out. I may or may not. And I think I may. I was gonna leave it like this, but I think I would like to go ahead and continue with the angle. And I made the right call. How much did I lob off? Yeah, that's cute, don't you think? So we're gonna pop that up as well, just because we can. I'm using some scraps again. Is that sticky? Oh, I got a little bitty bit right there. Scrap adhesive. I'm gonna just not put it upside down. Put it right there. Oh, he's so cute. This one I'm gonna pop up also. I think I do a lot of popping up. All right. I hear a lawnmower. I don't know if it's my yard or a neighbor's yard. I'm not sure you guys can hear it, but if you do, just ignore it. No, it's Saturday, lawn cutting day, right? Okay, so I popped it up, my ribbon's in place. I'm gonna put it a little bit towards the top. So they're gonna say, you're amazing when they open the card, and so glad it's your birthday on the inside. Now my little flowers, I may do some flat and some elevated. And I think I will. I'm gonna do those flat, or do I want him flat? No, this one I really like, this big one. So I'm gonna adhere these heifers flat. You can pick and choose how much you elevate, you know? Because sometimes we don't want too much, because we do want this little guy to go through the mail, ideally with one stamp. Now we got our last little flower guy. Now you could always add a bow if you want. I just did a ribbon just to add some prettiness, but I still wanted it, like we just talked about, kind of on the flat side. I want it there, but I don't want it to block the sentiment. What? There I go. All right, so this is our easel card. Stinking cute, am I right? Stinking cute. Oh my gosh, do you love it? I'm loving it. There's plenty of room to write love mom, grandpa, and grandma. It closes flat, it fits in an envelope. Now you have your two. Now this one, the first one I did, I embossed the little decorative piece instead of using designer paper. The decoration is a little different. I tied the ribbons horizontally versus vertically. The inside, I did not. Let me look what I did here. I did layer. So the gray on the bottom to match the outside, the white, and then a circle with the puppy versus the rectangle. So you can play with these, get a little wild and crazy, have fun. Again, personalize them, make them your own. What I want you to do is between now and 3:30, when we do our next card, which is going to be a book bound card or book binding card. It's really a fun fold. It's a little different. Took a sip of water. Excuse me. I think it'll be new and different for you, but very pretty, very pretty. So I want you to come back for it at 3:30. It'll be our last card. It is pretty simple. It's more cutting than technique, if you will, but it really has high impact, kind of like this one. The hardest part of this card was just cutting all the moving parts, am I right? So these are, let me stand them up one last time, an easel card. I hope you love this, and I hope you'll come back at 3:30 11:30 and join me for our last video of World Card Making Day. If you've missed some of the other videos, you could catch up. They're all recorded. This next one at 3:30 will be the 5th that I've done today. I've done them every hour in the hour, starting at 11:30 Eastern Time. Dawn, Dee Dee Creates Crafts. If you like my channel, like these videos, please subscribe, and then also like this video if you liked it. Ask me any questions, and again, after 4 o'clock, I'll put the measurements in the comment section for you guys. So I will see you at 3:30. Make your cards now and remember to show them to me.